truly grateful that under its leadership, the continent has come together to think about our food situation, food security, and to build into it the resilience that is necessary for us to deal with the challenge of climate change and all the other challenges that we have, even as we focus on food production as a continent, to feed our people and to think beyond the other areas of agro-processing, value addition, manufacturing, especially using the base of agriculture. I have had wonderful conversation with my brother, President of Senegal, on the continental issues. We've had a conversation about how Senegal and Kenya can pull together in many of the areas: investment, trade, business. The President has been gracious to agree that we should explore the possibility of having a visa-free regime between Kenya and Senegal to facilitate the movement of people, of investors, entrepreneurs, people who want to work between our two countries. Senegal being on the western part of Africa, Kenya being on the eastern part of Africa, to create the connection. That, in my opinion, will open greater opportunities for Kenya and Senegal to work together and provide leadership in our continent. We've discussed the framework of the Continental Free Trade Area as a mechanism for business people to exploit, to do more business and trade between us as members of this continent. We've explored on matters to do with Africa Union to see how we can position Africa both in the G20 framework so that we can bring our voice to the G20, and also in the UN system to see how we can position Africa as a member of the United Nations and the United Nations Security Council, to see how we can continuously refine our position to make sure that Africa is appropriately positioned to take its place in the community of nations, especially in the United Nations ecosystem. Habari. Very good. Very good. Manakarani. Danny, how are you? Thank you.
Foreign Affairs. It's being reports from KRA showing the remittances, still our feedback on areas where we to present to you and your esteemed team.
This will be the first chancery in Francophone Africa. This first step to open this embassy in Senegal is just but one step in the many that we will, to make sure that we cover this region, we cover our continent, and to ensure that we present the best opportunity for Kenyans and Africans to work together, to do business together, to trade, to invest, and to grow our continent together. Any investment, any business, any trade that doesn't have Africa in the equation is trade that is short-sighted, because a quarter of the world population will be living here by 2050. This is where you have the youngest population in the whole world. This is where you have the highest returns on any investment. Energy, the innovation, the creativity of the world deposited in our young people for the future. And therefore, this continent needs to be connected. And I'm very happy that you are making suggestions on how we can connect our continent better. We can connect Kenyans wherever they are in this continent better. You have my assurance that the government of Kenya is going to do everything within our power to ensure that Kenyans living in this continent, Kenyans doing business, working, trading, investing in any part of our continent have the requisite support from the government of Kenya. It is the reason why, for the first time, I created a whole state department with a permanent secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Because diaspora is the future. We have the best human resource anywhere in the world. And we want to leverage on the human resource advantage that we have. Hardworking, creative, innovative, go-getters. We want to make sure that we leverage on that human capital to grow Kenya, to grow Africa, and to build our economy.